This is episode 1 of 3-minute 3D prints. In this video I'll give you a quick overview of how I designed, printed and painted this house for my model railroad layout in just 3 minutes. So let's get started. For designing I used Blender. First I made a sample block out of the house and tested the window and door placement. Next I used array modifiers to add bricks to the wall and then used a boolean modifier to cut the roof and windows. For the roof I made this corrugated iron. However, later I replaced it with terracotta tiles. Anyway, the walls needed thickness to be able to print, so I did that. For modeling this kind of stuff, using the face orientation is really handy for seeing inverted normals. With that done, it was time to make some doors and windows. I kept it very simple. By the way, if you are modeling for printing like I am, it's a good idea to exaggerate the thickness of things like the door and window frames and small details like the door handle. If you make it true to life scale, it might not look good in the print or it will fail completely because it's too flimsy. As a final detail, I made the gutters and downpipes. After test printing it as one piece, I realized it's not a good idea. I then made it in 2 pieces. And in the process, I also made a new roof with terracotta tiles. I have detailed videos about this on the channel. Anyway, let's move on to printing. For printing, I have a Creality Hilot 1 and I use standard resin. I sliced the model with a layer height of 0.04 instead of the default 0.05 just to get a bit more detail in the roof tiles. It took 5 hours and 40 minutes to print. Standard resin is quite brittle, so it can be hard to remove it from the print bed without breaking it. I just take my time and try to wedge my scraper under each corner and slowly apply some pressure until it comes off. To remove the remaining uncured resin, the part is washed in isopropyl alcohol and then rinsed under some tap water. Next, it's placed in the UV curing thing to make sure the resin isn't sticky anymore and fully cured. Painting can be tedious, but it's so satisfying to see the model come to life. First, I painted the inside a dark color to make it more light proof. I didn't have primer, so I painted directly on the resin and it seems to work perfectly fine. If you like having back pain, I recommend painting the individual roof tiles and bricks in the wall a slightly different color. Anyway, to add the mortar I used some cheap white acrylic paint like this. Just make sure the paint is completely dry before starting with this process. After letting the white paint dry completely, my back paint also disappeared. So to get it back, I painted the window frames and doors. Anyway, after painting the gutters, downpipes and the porch, I applied a dark oil wash on the roof and that's it. This is the final result.